What happens when a Shaolin monk known for ancient Kung Fu faces off against a Muay Thai legend with deadly power and speed? What begins as a simple fight quickly shocked everyone when they saw the real power of the Shaolin monk. It's a clash of two worlds, centuries-old tradition versus modern fighting mastery. This isn't just a fight, it's a battle that left the world stunned. Hit the like and subscribe button and stick till the end to find out which fighting style is the best. The ancient art meets modern power. Shaolin Kung Fu and Muay Thai are two very different ways to become a fighter. One is based on deep spiritual discipline and old traditions, while the other is built through tough, real-life battles. And when the best from each side finally meet, it's not just a fight, it's a clash of two completely different worlds. Shaolin training is nothing like what most people know. It's not just about learning to hit or block, it's about changing yourself from the inside out. Monks start their day as early as 5 a.m., not just with workouts, but with a strong dedication to training both their bodies and minds. By 5:35, they're already deep into Kung Fu practice, and that's just the start. Their whole day includes Buddhist lessons, helping around the temple, and more intense training that pushes every part of them to the limit. Their methods have been passed down for hundreds of years, and they're extremely tough. One of their systems, called the 72 Arts of Shaolin, includes some intense training that sounds almost unreal. They hit stone posts to harden their limbs, jab fingers into trees to build strength for a move called diamond finger, and hold still positions that challenge even pro athletes, all done with full focus and patience. But Shaolin training isn't just physical. Breathing and meditation matter just as much. They practice Qigong, a breathing technique that helps move energy through the body and stay calm in tough moments. Their movements, called taolus, look like flowing dances, but they're also a way to sharpen reflexes and improve fighting form. With more than 700 different forms, Shaolin fighters have a huge variety of powerful and graceful moves. Now, Muay Thai is a whole different story. This style doesn't aim to be pretty. It's built for real damage. Called the Art of 8 Limbs, Muay Thai fighters use every part of their body to strike. Their elbows cut like blades. Their knees hit hard. Their fists and shins feel like bricks. And their training is just as intense as their fights. In Thailand, fighters often run 5 kilometers before sunrise. After that, they spend hours hitting pads, clinching, sparring, and kicking bags. There's no meditation or rituals, just hard work. If a technique doesn't work in real fights, it's thrown out. What makes today's Muay Thai different is how it mixes old warrior values with modern training. Fighters now use jumping drills, weightlifting, and even Olympic lifts to build speed and power. Everything they do is tested in the ring. Results are what matter. And by the time a Muay Thai legend like Buakaw Banchamek gets into a big match, he's already fought hundreds of real opponents and proven his skills over and over again. The historic showdown. On June 6, 2015, at the Guangxi Sports Center in China, a fight that martial arts fans had only imagined finally happened. It wasn't just another match. It felt like something bigger, something that shook the culture. In one corner was Buakaw Banchamek, the fierce symbol of Muay Thai. On the other hand was Yi Long, the so-called Shaolin monk, with a reputation for having an unbreakable chin and a mysterious presence. Buakaw was more than just a fighter. He was a warrior with over 250 professional bouts behind him. His training was no joke. He started his days with long 10-kilometer runs, followed by intense sparring, painful clinch drills, and heavy strength workouts. Every single strike he threw, punch, knee, or kick, was perfected through years of hard repetition. He wasn't just trained. He was carved out of sweat, pain, and experience. Yi Long, whose real name is Liu Xingjun, was harder to define. He introduced himself to the world as a Shaolin monk, but the reality was more layered. He had a background in Sanda, a Chinese kickboxing style, and mixed it with traditional Kung Fu. But what really made him stand out was his incredible ability to take damage. His Iron Head routine was famous. Based on ancient Shaolin 72 arts training, it involved hardening the skull and neck through repeated impacts, combined with deep breathing control. Watching Yi Long fight felt like watching someone channel power from ancient roots. When the bell rang, the difference between the two fighters was immediately clear. Yi Long dropped his hands, inviting Buakaw to hit him. His expression calm, his body still. It wasn't pride, it was discipline. He turned himself into a living wall, trusting that his training could absorb the fury of Muay Thai. Buakaw didn't blink. He went right to work, firing off low kicks, body shots, and sharp combos that shook the air in the arena. Yilong responded with wild, spinning kicks and strikes that broke every rule in the book. His style was unusual, unpredictable, but every move had a rhythm that came from years of practicing traditional forms and energy-based drills. Still, Buakaw's style held up better under pressure. He adjusted his distance, moved with purpose, and began wearing Yilong down with calculated attacks. In the clinch, the fight turned brutal. Buakaw's knees dug into Yilong's ribs again and again. His push kicks kept the monk off balance. Buakaw didn't waste energy. He struck with meaning. Each hit was part of a plan. While Yilong continued to take hit after hit without falling, his attacks grew weaker. He was still standing, but landing fewer and fewer clean shots. And yet, through all of it, Yilong refused to quit. He stayed on his feet, eyes focused, as if pulling strength from something deeper than muscle or toughness. That was the spirit of Shaolin, the part of him that couldn't be knocked out. Who really won this battle of fighting styles? Buakaw got the win that night, but when we ask who really came out on top, things get a bit deeper. It's not just about who scored more points. It's about what we actually saw in the ring. Buakaw's victory showed how powerful modern training can be. It's built on solid methods, lots of practice, real sparring, and proven techniques. In Muay Thai, every move is tested in real fights. Fighters train with real pressure, so they're ready when the spotlight's on. But Yilong gave us something you won't see on a scorecard. He showed that old-school martial arts can still shine in real fights, something many doubted. His toughness felt unreal. The way he took hits and kept going showed just how strong those ancient training methods can be. His iron head wasn't just a story, it was real. And this brings up something bigger. Maybe it's not about picking one style over the other. Maybe the real strength comes from mixing them. More fighters today are blending the smooth moves, control, and balance of traditional martial arts with the hard-hitting training of today's fight world. It's no longer old versus new. It's about combining the best of both. Traditional martial arts like Shaolin Kung Fu still have a lot to teach. Not just moves, but mindset, how to push through pain, how to stay calm in chaos. But if those moves aren't tested in real fights, they risk becoming just for show. Nice to look at, but not useful. On the flip side, Muay Thai and other modern systems stay strong because they evolve. They drop what doesn't work and focus on what does. But sometimes, they miss out on the deeper control and inner strength that old-school arts have to offer. So here's the real question. If you had to train under one master, would you choose the calm discipline of Shaolin or the raw power of Muay Thai? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this epic showdown of ancient versus modern, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another battle like this one. Thanks for watching.